doing work in the community. She is a recording artist. She's a mother.
Yes.
She's a sister. She's a friend. Um, so good morning.
Peace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. So tell us a little. You look beautiful.
Thank you. You
always
too,
look
as usual. You be silent.
you always look so nice.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where you grew up? Were you born in Boston?
No.
Okay.
So my name is Conscious Wisdom. I am one of 6 children on my father's side. Somewhat one of 2 or 3 children. I have a stepbrother on my mother's side, a younger sister. I'm the eldest girl. I have 2 older brothers, and I have a daughter who's a teenager in high school.
Okay. Got your hands full, huh?
Yes, yes. Very, very big family, very full plate.
Yeah.
I am an artist, creator. I have a jewelry line. I do outreach. I think the biggest thing about me, that I would say is that I'm a woman of faith and that I'm a woman in long-term recovery.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good to hear. So you say you're in, you also do outreach, right? So we kind of do a little bit of work together down there in Nubian Square.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that.
So currently I work for Torchlight Recovery Center. We have the engagement team that meets in Nubian Square. And we just engage with the people, not just people who are in recovery, but people who are seeking recovery or seeking shelter, or seeking resources and things of that nature. We also interact with the business owners as well as the children getting out of school and the students, just the people who occupy that space.
There's a lot of people that come through Nubian Square. People don't realize that there's over 35,000 people come through that station every day. You know, that's a good place and space to be in, you know. Especially when you're trying to make changes and you're doing work in the community for the community. And so, how long have you been doing that?
With Torchlight, I've been on and off for about a year now. But I've been doing that since before it was a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
We've been doing that since
Yeah.
Chuck Turner.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right,
since
yeah.
Mel King, Ashe.
Yeah.
So it's just who we are. It's not even so much what we do, but it's who we are.
Right. It's in our DNA.
Yes.
Yes. So tell us about your jewelry line.
So
'Cause
my
I just
jewelry
got gifted with a
line.
nice pair of earrings.
Yes. So very Afrocentric. I wanted it to. It's called Phoenix and Indigo.
Okay.
It was created by myself and my daughter. So a lot of the ideas in it are things that just uplift Black women, make us just feel good about ourselves, make us connect to our roots. I love Indinkra symbols. I love symbolism. So like pictures or anything that I can tie together to concepts. So like these ones are Mama Africa. So we have the minimalist woman on it, and then we have the outline of Africa, where it's something very simple, but it makes a big statement.
Yes, they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
So you also have a music career.
I do.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have an album that just came out in March. It's
Okay.
called Power Refinement. And I recorded it in Miami with Robbie Rowland and Echo Studios. I'm super excited about it because this is my first solo project.
Okay.
I've done a lot of like collaboration projects and a lot of features. I work a lot with Motivated by Mathematics. So shout out to MBM Family and Math. Shout out to the Echo Collection and Grubber Starve. Also the Mass Spirits. I have an album with Mass Spirits that came out last summer. And it was a very beautiful compilation album. But this right here, Power Refinement, is my baby.
What's it called? Power what?
Power Refinement.
Power Refinement.
Yes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So you said you just dropped that.
Yes, in March.
Okay, because my young intern back there, he's getting ready to drop him
Hey,
on.
whoop, whoop.
Yeah, he's getting ready to drop him an album. So,
Yes.
you know, it's just wonderful to see our folks in this music industry. You know, the work and the collaboration and everything that goes on with it. Boston has a lot of good things here.
Definitely.
And it also has some crazy things here too as well. But it's it's an election season, and we're about to elect another a mayor, some city councilors at large, and some district city councils.
Yes.
And we need to wake up for real, for real. We have got to come together and band together, because time is running out. We got 3 months before September for the primary.
Right.
And so people need to, we got to do this. I see there's a lot of different races that I'm happy that people are running against other people, because no one should own a seat. No one should have a seat forever. And it's good to have competition
Right.
sometimes in some things. But we also need to collaborate. We
Exactly.
have got to come together as a people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about us, but we got some work to do.
We do.
And so I'm glad to be in partnership with you, my sister.
Yes.
And it's just, you never know who's going to cross your path, or you never know how you're going to interact with people. But it's, it's just good to know that there are some people out here that are doing work, that are trying,
Yes.
And so tell us, what do you like to do, like for, recreation or just hanging out, or
Recreational, probably. I think the things that I do for career
work.
is what I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to do for fun too.
Yeah.
I love going to 12-step meetings. I love to go to recovery groups. Anything that I can branch out and meet other people who are doing the same thing in alignment with what I'm doing. Anything that helps me grow.
Right.
I love things that kind of challenge my mind. I like to play chess.
Oh, okay.
I like to read. I play djembe drums.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and so shout out to Grove Hall. Shout out to Back to the Roots, where I got my
Yeah.
drum from.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It was there that we had the sister circle. It was a drumming circle with Sister Nuru. And from then, when I just started drumming, now that's just my thing. I think
Wow.
every household should have a drum in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your daughter.
My daughter is 14 years old.
Okay. At that age.
She's a creator also. She's a very, 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 very talented illustrator.
Okay.
She is considering a career in tattoo art. She wants to be a tattoo artist.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it'll say that, because last year it was marine biologist.
Okay.
She wanted to go to Florida. She's like, I'm going to go to school in Florida and I'm going to become a marine biologist. But I just tell her to, keep God first and, put her studies first, and that she can do anything she wants to do.
That's right.
So she's been exposed to so many different facets and avenues of art, and she picked up photography. She does some of my photo shoots. She's
Okay.
really good at
All
photography.
right.
So she's done that. She was learning how to DJ. She's come with me to different radio interviews and stuff like that. So anytime she's come out to places with me, she asks a lot of questions, like, how do you do this? And what is this? So I actually have a collection of pictures of different places that she's come with me, and her trying out the different tools and,
Okay. So you gotten her interested. You got her.
Yeah.
Yes. We got some. See who's on here. Sister, come on, Sister Patricia.
Peace, Sister Patricia.
Danny. Hey, Danny. Yeah. So it's this thing. With the craziness that is going on in this country and stuff. We really, I would just love to see our people come together, under, one roof, and just really do some fantastic things, and I feel like they are. I just feel like we work in silos, and it would be so nice if we could just all come together, for the common good. So, you want to do a little something for us?
Sure. I'm trying to think. I wasn't prepared to perform today. Let me just say that.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it.
Something.
Okay, so this is something that I wrote during the pandemic. I have been going through some transitions with my family. We're in a good space now. I just want to give that disclaimer. We're in an excellent place now. Praise be to God. But it's called Dear Mama.
Okay.
So, Dear Mama, I believe in karma. So I'll apologize for all the times I gave you drama. You thought I was your ticket, but life, it kept getting harder. I get it. I got a daughter and lack assistance from her father, but I could never blame her for my problems. She didn't cause them. I was born bipolar, and I've been bugging out regardless. Plus, I'm heavily addicted to prescriptions just for starters. The liquor don't make it better. I look at her and I get up, making decisions better. I'm switching up how I'm living. Furthered my education to get a better position. Traveling, taking trainings just to add to my credentials. I'm a mama on a mission. I hustle. I gotta get it. I've struggled, yes, I admit it, but I've been about my business. Got post-traumatic stress to all the things that I have witnessed. I carry my own crosses, never get to pointing fingers. I'm just hoping when you're counting all your losses, you remember. Prince Leah married that baby that you had carried, put a mirror to your soul, and I know it was looking scary. You didn't master your past and had hatchets you couldn't bury. Shared a mattress with someone married, now listen and hear me clearly. Your worth is never connected to someone who disrespected you. Child who was neglected, your mother should have protected you. Should have protected you. Had her own issues, and some of them you'd inherit too, then pass it through genetics. It's more than just the aesthetics, boo. Run from your past, but never could you forget it. Through the DNA collected, we're always going to be connected. I chose to sever ties because my daughter won't be subjected to these detrimental actions. You masters teaching me lessons. Your own internal conflicts that manifest as aggression. I then internalize it and add it to my depression. Does my mother really love me? Shouldn't constantly question, but just know you've been forgiven. The justice has been poetic. Dear Mama.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That was great. Wasn't that nice? That was awesome.
I still get choked up a little bit on that one.
That is beautiful. That is
Thank
beautiful. You. Yes. Can you teach poetry to these folks?
I do teach
because
poetry.
you know I have a program called Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute, and I have youth from 14 to 24, and we are getting ready to start up our summer program. And I would love for you to come probably one Friday night and do something with our youth.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be so awesome, because I'm getting Sister Sabrina to come with her painting.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm lining up my folks for the summer.
I would love that. I would be honored to.
Yes, that would be so great. Yes, I mean, see, God is good
all the time. All the time.
Yes, and all the time God is good. Yeah, so I look forward to working with Torchlight, and we're going to be doing some voter registration up there.
Nice.
And doing some work with some returning citizens, helping them out there, a little bit. So,
excellent.
But God is just good. He is. He I have my ups and downs too, and so sometimes I wake up, it's a great day, and sometimes I wake up, it don't feel so great, but once I get up out that bed, give God the praise, and just like, I got to do it. I don't have a choice, I can't go back, so I got to go forward, so yeah, that's what I'm about. I'm about my people.
Yes.
Because I believe that we are the people and we have the power. I believe that we put our resources together, that we could come up with some great ideas and some great things for us, It's just a matter of us changing our mind, not listen to what naysayers say.
That's right.
And stand in our power. Because we are the people, and we do have the power, We just have to learn how to channel it, and just, there's so much death and stuff around us, and it's hard, instead of like every time you hear like someone is gone, and relatives and family members, and that's hard, that's tough for us, and imagine what it does for our youth. But I love my youth. I just graduated my 5th cohort.
I saw that.
And it was so nice. I loved
Beautiful.
it. I loved it. And we are getting ready to, actually in October, we're going to have a big fundraiser, a big, huge fundraiser. And I'm going to try to bring back all the youth that have worked with me, or some of them, and see what we can do.
Nice.
We're calling it a reunion. So the reunion fundraiser.
Nice. Well, let me know about that.
Yeah,
'cause
definitely. Because I want you to
that.
come and drop some
Yes.
some knowledge and
I
some
got you.
music and stuff. Yes. I'm trying to get Hibernian Hall. So
Okay.
yeah. I've been honored to do the Bruce Bowling building. That's my spot.
I love
I
this building.
I always go there because I like. When they were building it, I was right out there
That
protesting.
view
you know?
is amazing.
I love it. I
That
love
view.
it. Yes. But I said, as much as I can, I'm gonna have events here. But I'm trying to move up a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'd like to have something else there maybe in the summer. But I just want to say that I feel like we, especially black women, we really need to connect more. I think I'm gonna try to come to that all things Friday.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
Friday.
Everything Friday,
I love
yeah.
everything Friday.
Yes. So
And we also have the women's group on Friday as well. Well, the recovery groups on Friday. So.
okay.
In the
Yeah.
community. Well, it's everything. Of course,
Yeah,
it's on
yeah,
Friday because
everything is
everything Friday.
Yeah. That is so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's gonna be some nice things going on this summer. Some different things going on, you
Yes.
know. We do have a lot of elections and stuff, a lot of parades and but I mean, I feel like we really, really need to just come together. I feel like we've been confused, abused, and just don't listen. It's just sad that we don't love each other like we should. We don't forgive like we should. That poem that you read was that just did that was awesome.
Thank you.
Because a lot of us black women, we go through problems with our parents. Like my mother didn't raise me. I didn't live with my mother until I was till I turned 12 years old.
Wow.
And I lived with my mother, and I had 2 sisters and 4 brothers.
Wow.
But, yeah,
I got
my
2
aunt
sisters
raised
and 5
me.
brothers.
Yeah. And then I found some other sisters on my father's side. My father had 10 other children. He got married after he was with my mom, and they had 10 children. He had 3 daughters and 9 sons. And that's wrong. 3 daughters and 7 sons, I think. Yeah, because he had 10 children. Yeah. But it's funny, how life is, because they lived. I never knew them. My family, my father's side.
Yeah.
They live right there in Columbia Point with some other relatives of mine, the Dobsons and the Crumps. It's just
the Dodsons.
You know the Dobsons?
I know some Dodsons.
Yeah. From Columbia Point?
I don't know if they originate in Columbia Point. Christians? Still serving?
No, they.
I'm like maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think this is a different family.
Could be.
Yeah. But so I grew up in Boston. I grew up in Roxbury, Orchard Park, love it, trying to move back. People are like, why you want to move back to Roxbury? I said, because I was born there and I want to live there, That's difficult because, prices of housing and stuff is crazy off the chain.
Right.
I just feel like we should try to come up with more creative ideas and ways for housing and stuff. And there's
Yes.
things that we can do. But, it's just like, who's listening to you,
And I think the healing is a big portion of it. I think of looking at the why. Like, I'm one of those people, I ask why for a lot of things. Like, why are we having a struggle with housing? Because we're having a struggle with unity. We're having a struggle with mental health. We're having a struggle with addiction. If we're looking at some of the factors of what pushed us away from the black family in the first place, not just systematic racism or the struggle in America as a black family unit, but also the micro issues, learning how to communicate with each other. Like even with my poem, not knowing the trauma that my mom went through and how it would show up when she became a mother, not knowing the trauma that I endured as a child and how it would show up and present itself when I became a mother, and learning that, I might have to separate myself from certain things in order to be a better mother, a more effective person, and, in the lives that I'm in now, and then have to go back and fix those relationships and mend those. Someone asked me recently, like, would you live with your mom? And I'm like, I would, but as a child, I'm like, no, absolutely not. We don't get along. I grew up in DSS. Back then it was in DCF. It was DSS. And I'm originally from Bronx, New York. I don't know if I mentioned that when you first asked me, but I'm originally from Bronx, New York. So I've lived in New York. I've lived with my grandmother. I've lived in Miami with my father. I've lived a lot of different places because it was very challenging to get along. And a lot of that was also different backgrounds of different cultures, of different expectations. In this household, we do it like this. And if you don't, we're going to make you feel some type of way until you do it the right way. And in this household, we do it like this. So, having my father is from another country. His background is different from my mother. So his expectations are one way. My mother, born and raised in America, her expectations is this, and and then going into foster care, this is what they expect. So that can confuse a child. And a lot of my experience that I went through drove me to feeling like I didn't belong anywhere, or looking for a community that I could belong to, or also finding myself active in drugs, alcoholism, lifestyles, and things of that nature. Which is another reason I have so much heart for like the work that we do, because I identify. There's no difference between me and anybody that we service in Nubian. The only difference is a decision.
That's right.
It was very hard coming to a point of being like, I'm going to turn my will over to God, and I'm going to put down the drugs, or I'm going to put down the drinks just for today and keep it in a day. Because like I didn't see myself getting to a point of having 4 years and God willing 5 years in September. I didn't see that for myself. But living together is something that we have to go back and say, what was the issue initially with us being together? Putting principles before personalities. Sometimes we might say things and we don't like the tone that was given. I know sometimes my mother's tone is not good for me, or sometimes my tone is not good for my mother. Or sometimes we might communicate and say something. We said it the best way we knew how to say it, but it wasn't received like that. Sometimes we might have certain things where our feelings is hurt, but we don't say anything. And then they keep getting, hurt, and we're still not saying it. And it's watering that same hurt seed. And then one day, a big old thing, and we're like, how did it get to this place? And it didn't get there overnight, So I think if we go back and like uproot certain things, and even uproot certain things that came with, slavery, with being the descendants of slaves, certain things that was embedded into the Black culture, be seen and not heard. No, I have something to say. I'm not an inanimate object, because even looking at that, us getting to a place of being objectified. Well, if you don't look at us as objects, we won't be objectified, and that comes from being seen and not heard. So, just using our voices and knowing that our voices do count, our feelings are valid,
That's right. Let's see, we got some folks here making some comments. Let's see. Sister and Misused Sister Virginia says, yes. Our struggles are our power that makes us strong. Rely on Allah and pray He will give you the strength. Life lessons from Sister Patricia Muhammad. Amen. Thank you, ladies, for listening. I appreciate. I'm not the best with social media stuff, so I don't know all this stuff. That's why I got Jackson there, but he act like he don't want it.
Jackson on the scene.
But I'm looking forward to this summer. I'm looking forward to some things that we're going to be doing, especially with the Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute. Yes. I am just so excited to have brought this for 5 years, and then to have really been doing the work with these youth in Madison Park for 10 years.
I'm impressed. I see them at a lot of events that you bring them out to, and the way they carry themselves, and I'm impressed.
Thank you. That's why I want to give a nice, I think, I don't know, I'm hoping and praying some stuff, but I think that, it's this event in October is just going to, like, open so many doors and really do some, because I want this Marcus Anthony Hall, God rest his soul, Marcus Anthony. I really want, because, I'm in contact with his son and She, the one that does
Yes.
Parties from Above. You
Yeah.
know.
Shout out to Shiaka.
Yeah, Shiaka.
Yeah.
That's my girl. She.
I love what she's doing in the community.
Yeah, she's a blessing. She's a blessing. And it's just so funny that we connected. You know, I never met her. You know, and even before I started Marcus Anthony, I knew his mother, Francine. You know, we had a good relationship. I met his mother maybe about 15 years ago, and we used to vend together. I was vending my book, and she was vending her clothes and her, you know, her popcorn clothes and stuff. And so that's how we connected. And I used to always talk about us having a space like a Yajama Mat, where we could have, you know, our own little 10 by 10 space, and you know, it would be a community thing. And I'm gonna get it.
I would love to see that, similar to the one like in Harlem.
Yeah. I've been talking about it, and we're gonna do a smaller version of that at Mamleo this summer. We did it some years ago when I was with BG. And every Friday night we had an event, and then on Saturdays we had vendors. Okay. So the youth would work on the Friday night for the event, whatever it was, whether it was game night, paint night.
Nice.
We're going to have a talent show night, we'll have a candidate night. So we'll have something every Friday night right up there at Mamleo. And then on Saturdays we're going to have vendors. Okay. So the youth, we're going to have 2 shifts. The vendors will be there from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the youth will work 2 shifts. They will come in at 8 to 2, and then 2 to 6, and then you know they'll split shifts.
Nice.
And they'll get paid, of course. We'll be having our famous chicken and waffles, and we'll be doing. Yeah, it's gonna be the spot, you know. I figured Friday evening and Saturday, and then of course up at Torchlight, you know, everything Friday.
Everything,
you know?
Friday.
And then we're gonna see what we're gonna do, what we might do at 321 Blue Hill Ave also, because that's where our office is. So. Yeah, we're planning a great summer for our young folks.
And keep them busy. Keep them busy. Keep them busy.
Yes, and creative. A couple of my youth have started a t-shirt line.
Nice.
Yeah, Jackson. He's. How many albums you got, Jackson? How many? Come here for a second. Come join us for a minute.
Ooh.
Get your chair. Get a chair. So tell her about your album you're dropping.
Album?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my album basically. All right. So basically, I'm a producer, engineer, and I'm a songwriter.
Okay.
And my goal is to make an
Talking
album.
to the mic.
My goal is to basically make an album engineered by me, produced by me, and everything written by me. So right now, I have like 18 songs done.
Wow.
I'm pushing for 20. I keep pushing the album date back because I really want to get like, I want to be like as versatile as I can.
Okay.
So I feel like the more versatility I get and the more people I try to collaborate with, it will be like better for like the people I'm connecting with. So yeah.
What's your genre?
I try to mix it up a lot. So it's like there's a lot of new like the today's type music, and then like a little bit of like back then, just a little bit.
Just a little. How far back then? Is it like my back then, or is it like?
Maybe like.
Because mine is old school now too. My stuff that I grew up on.
So Jackson, spit out a few lyrics.
Let me think. Which song?
We don't have all day now.
I said I love you with my head, but I can't love you with my heart. I know that I've been dissing, maybe death would do us part. My heart shattered into pieces, yeah, this pain is full of art. I thought we would be forever, but we lost inside that dark. I've been trying to find the old me, he been left without remark. I came up from the trenches, how to move like Tony Stark. I'm at war with all my feelings, every day I play my part. Trying to make it out the hood and get my name up on the charts. That's a little something.
Okay.
Yeah, he performed at our graduation.
Nice.
Yeah, that song I did was called Deranged. It was
Deranged. Yeah. Who got you deranged?
Can you hear?
Can't hear you.
Oh, cause the cause the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing.
Can you hear me now?
Do you remember those commercials? Can you hear me now?
But that's the other part too. So what I really want to do is like I want to push like content creation as like far as like people in the community or like people like everywhere in Boston. I'm trying to get like more people to like just be themselves and like express themselves in a way that they feel like they can really do that.
Yeah.
And my main goal was at first it was for me to do that album while being on stream so I could show people like how I'm doing it and like what's being done if they want to go do it themselves. But then like I got busy and so I just like I'm gonna just make this behind the scenes and then I'm gonna start posting like snippets and little edits on TikTok and this, that, and third, and then people will get the but yeah, I'm all about content creation and just being myself, and I feel like that's just like something everybody should look into. And yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Go, Jackson.
So what's the name of your project that you're putting out? What can we look forward to?
It's called Standalone.
Standalone.
Yeah, it's on Apple. It's gonna be on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube,
Nice.
everything. So.
He's working on it.
Oh yeah, let me plug myself in real quick. So yeah, like Power Refinement out now on everything, on all platforms. Ever_evolving on IG.
Oh yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, JNW.
All right. Y'all throw the handles out.
Plug them in.
I'm on Facebook.
I just came back to Facebook, everybody. Conscious Wisdom, Al Muntakim.
Well, I'm too young to know how to use Facebook. So.
Oh my God. I'm still learning because they changed it. A lot's changed on Facebook.
They change everything everywhere.
Yeah.
I got to bring my Marcus Anthony Facebook back to life. I don't know. Well, we'll talk about that later. It's hard getting.
And there's this thing, Facebook jail. Like I've never known what Facebook jail was.
Yeah, that's like a pastor though.
Pastor, you been in Facebook jail before? Oh, not the pastor. Free the pastor.
But yeah, I feel like I'm 19, so not that many people like that I know around my age really like use Facebook.
What do you guys use?
Instagram.
Instagram. Even
Yeah,
Instagram
and
is starting to.
TikTok.
I mean, TikTok. They on that TikTok. I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah, I just do Facebook and Instagram.
Me too. I'm predominantly on Instagram, and I come on Facebook every now and again. But I want to get back active with Facebook, how I was active with it in college. Because in college, you couldn't get me off of Facebook. You could not.
Yeah,
Facebook and Twitter.
Oh yeah.
During college.
Like I don't do I even do Twitter anymore? I don't even really get on Twitter.
Me neither.
anymore.
Not for me.
Nah,
It's like
Twitter.
Instagram, I think, and just Facebook. I just kind of like dropped Twitter. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Sometimes I read my old tweets and I cringe. Like, who is this?
To X though, it's like everything's all like moved around because Elon Musk he owns the app now, so like he changed everything around. So.
I don't know where it went. It disappeared, but that's all right.
Right.
I wish we could create our own Instagram and
We can.
Facebook. This is what
We
I really
can,
like
and
to
we
see.
should.
We need to create our own systems,
Our own everything.
Yes, I mean it's like we are the people and we have the power.
Mm-hmm.
For real. There's so much that we can do, and I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward to this this election cycle because we had different people running in different races.
Yeah.
And I'm just really like excited, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about yesterday?
The forum.
Yeah.
You want to talk about? Go ahead. Tell us what you thought about the forum.
The forum, like it was for me.
So first of all, tell us what forum it was, and put your mouth close to the mic so we can hear you.
So yesterday was the forum, and where was it?
Prince Hall.
Yeah, Prince Hall. They had the four
mayor candidates.
Yeah, the mayor candidates, and so what I seen yesterday was a lot of people like, they agreed with the bike lanes and the bus lanes being removed, and like, not without like, I wasn't hearing a lot about the housing and like the
Go ahead.
I wasn't hearing a lot about the housing and like the education system. What I mainly heard it from was like Josh Kraft, and Josh Kraft is like, I guess that was his main focus yesterday, as like we seen, and like a lot of his points were valid, but then again, it's like not everybody was really
Failing him, right?
Yeah.
What did you think about Domingo?
Domingo. I liked his answers. I really liked his answers, but then again, it's like his reasoning wasn't like it couldn't compete with what Josh Kraft and Michelle Wu was saying.
What did you think about Michelle Wu?
Could you woo woo woo? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Well, I don't really know how to put it, but I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't really get what she's trying to do. Like, she's one person, but I mean, you could say that for all four of them. They're all one person.
Right.
They're trying their best, and then I feel like, but she's not really doing what she says she's gonna do, and what the people are asking for. So it's like, it's kind of hard to believe what she's saying, especially when she's like in front of us.
Good morning, Carl.
That
No,
was
I'm sorry.
Jamal called it. Crawford called. He just wanted to say hi to you.
Peace,
So why didn't he say
peace.
hi? Why didn't you let him? He didn't want to
Peace,
talk?
Jamal. What's up, brother?
He didn't want to talk? What's up with him? What's up with Jamal? He don't.
Him not wanting to talk. That's respectfully, that's a first. But what's up? How you doing, brother?
I like Jamal.
I voted for him when he was running. When I seen his name on the ballot a few years ago.
I know. Actually, he wasn't on the ballot. That
You
was
had to
the
write him
problem.
in. You had to write him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think Jamal Crawford would be a great politician.
I agree.
I really do.
I agree.
I trust Jamal when it comes down to City Hall. Yeah,
I agree.
I would like to see him run. What about you? You think you might run for election office one day?
I feel like it's possible. I could, but I feel like with that, I'd have to like take my time and really study, like, and learn what I'm talking about. And like a lot of this comes with like actually making a change. So I could say this, but like, am I really gonna do this, or is like whoever I have to go through to get this done, are they gonna let me do this? So it's like, I feel like that's another reason is like why a lot of these changes aren't being made, especially when they're like saying they're gonna make these changes. And
You're saying they don't have the power to do it?
yeah, I feel like that's what I feel like, because there's always somebody higher than you. If that.
That's true. That is true. But now, so with the city, the way the city council works is there's 13 city councilors. There's 4 at large and 9 districts, and it seems, and then there's 1 mayor. Okay, and Boston is a major mayoral city. Like the mayor has a lot of power in the city of Boston, and we know that from Menino being in office for 20 years. You know. And Walsh, he would have still been here if Biden hadn't have pulled him to D.C., you know. But I just feel like we do, like I've been to 3, 4 forums. No, there was one the other night around.
Hibernian.
Yeah, around District 7, and 9 people made the ballot on District 7, and then there was 8 at-large candidates that were on stage. So, and mostly everybody that was there, you know, they didn't make the ballot. So, but back to last night. So this guy, Robert, what's his name, Capucci or whatever.
Oh yeah, Capucci.
Where did he come from? I mean, is he the one that was going to run before and then he changed his mind and he backed out? Is this a totally new guy?
I have no idea.
I don't even know where he came from.
He wasn't. If I'm being honest, from what I seen, I might not know much, but yesterday he wasn't saying much either. He was just talking about like his experiences. He wasn't talking about what he's gonna do for the people and what his experiences could do forward for us, and like what he was gonna change. He was just talking about Donald Trump and this, that, and third. What does Donald Trump have to do with any of this? It isn't. I don't know.
Well, I didn't really understand where he came from either, but it's very interesting how he just popped up there, because the first debate that they did, that young kid Alex was on there. He was like 24 years old. He's running for mayor, and but he obviously he didn't make the ballot, and he said he didn't. He knew he wasn't gonna make the ballot. He said he just wanted to push some issues out there and stuff, you know.
Okay.
It's not bad.
So yeah, I mean that helps to get people talking about things that you want them
Yeah.
to talk about, you know.
I mean, yeah, it also pushes like a little bit of recognition to like, you know, if you see people in the community, they're gonna engage and they're gonna like try to work with you to actually get this done. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think it should be somebody raised up from the community to go for these positions, someone who can actually say what's going on, who understands it firsthand. Because I think it's like, there's a saying in Jamaica, I can't really put it together, but it's like, you don't really know what's happening at the bottom of the ocean unless you're the alligator or the fish or something. I don't know how it goes. It's one of those Fanny Lou's. But you don't really understand it if you're not from there. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right,
you can
yeah.
come to Nubian and look around and say, oh, this is the problem. You don't know what the exact nature is. You don't
That's
know
right.
what the root cause is.
That's right.
You don't know how it feels to be us from where we're from and to walk in our shoes.
That's
But you
right.
want to come in and put Band-Aids on certain things and be like, you know what'll work? This will work. And it's like, you don't know.
And because it doesn't work.
And it
you know?
doesn't.
And that's one thing that bothers me about this present administration is that they don't listen to us, you know? They make decisions, and then when the community makes a bunch of noise, then they want to sit down. Why did you just do that in the first place? You know,
Right.
you would have stopped all that back and forth and confusion and fighting and stuff. I just feel like first of all, I don't think they listen to us. And second of all, I think they want to do what they want to do, you know. There's a lot of things that I don't understand what this current mayor is doing. And so, she said some things and she does another. But that's how politicians operate, though, you know. That's how they operate. They say, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then when they get in there, they can't. But one of the things that I find, the reason why they can't do a lot that they want to do is because there's not enough like-minded people, you know, like running a slate. I always talk about running a slate of like-minded people that have the same ideas, the same, ideology, the people that are interested in the same things, helping the community, making change in the community, but they got to be willing to do the work.
Right.
And they can work together. We got a caller. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Sister Priscilla.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed, thank you. So I've been listening, and I come in
Sister
agreement
Lauren.
with so much that the young lady and the young man were talking about, especially what she just said about we need somebody in office that is from here, raised here, born here, knows what's going on, knows what people need and what they don't need.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have too many people coming from places and not brought up the way we were brought up.
of course.
Right.
That's the part. Yeah, that's another problem. They they go to college, they stay here, and the next thing you know, they're in a public office. you know,
Right.
and it doesn't make any sense because there's a lot of people from here that's born and raised here and could probably do a lot better job than some of those folks that are down there now. And we just have to be able to work in our community and create some type of mechanisms so that we can come together. I mean, now that we have Zoom and stuff, we can do a whole bunch of stuff on Zoom when we can't get to meetings. But, I mean, it's possible, and this is what we need to do in this day and age. We really need to come together and decide some things for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, why we got to listen to what they say? You know,
Right.
because they have the money. Well, we got some money.
We
got
have
money.
the biggest spending power. It's just that we can't keep it circulating in our own community long
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah, we want to run to the mall. You know, please.
Right.
We
So
need.
we
yeah.
gotta
Guilty.
practice the principles of the Khanscience
Kwanzaa.
principles year round.
That's
You know,
right, that's right.
cooperative economics.
That's right.
You know, self-determination.
Faith.
Oh,
Yep.
right, exactly.
I love you hanging. I'm
Now,
sorry.
wait, can I ask you
Oh,
clarifying
and
question?
one last thing, Sister Priscilla, just want to tell the young lady that I loved her poem, her rap,
Thank
whatever
you.
she was doing. I appreciated that,
Thank
and the
you.
young man. But
Thank
her
you.
stuck out because of my struggles, and so
Yes.
Thank
that's
you.
why I really appreciated her. So you all have a blessed day.
Thank
You
you
too.
as well.
Agree with-
Thanks for listening. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
calling.
You're welcome. All right. Have a
So,
Okay.
My question is, because I heard Michelle Wu say yesterday that she wasn't born here, but she came here. So it's like, is there really a difference between, being born and raised here and running for office, or like, coming in and being here for like maybe a couple years and running for office? Because I feel like, yeah, you could be born and raised here, but then if you're here, like you come here and you're here for a lot of time, it's like you have like some of the basic knowledge that somebody who was born and raised here has. But I just want to know if it's like what are you guys' just like perspectives on that?
May I answer that? I think everything boils down to the willingness and the intentionalities. Like, you can do the right things but for the wrong reasons. And then there's some people who have a good heart and good intentions but don't have the willingness. And one of the things I've learned about willingness is the preparation, being prepared to take on certain things. And that was one of the things that we mentioned too, where it's like the mayors will come in and say, I'll do this, this, and this, but are you not only ready to do that and ready for all that comes with that, but are you actually prepared, and do you have the power and the jurisdiction to actually do what you say you're going to do? So it's like you can be convicted to do something or compelled to do something, but do you have everything it takes to see it through into fruition?
Right. And another thing I would say to that is that you got to make sure you have the right people around you.
Absolutely.
Some of these, I'm just gonna be honest. Some of those folks don't have the right people in their camp, and that can hurt you if you don't have the right people in office. I mean,
Right.
if you don't have the right people rolling with you, working with you, because that's how a lot of people get cabinet positions, is by working with the candidate. A lot of times when campaign managers become chief of staff, and different people become schedulers, and it crosses over. So more than likely, if you're up in the space where the candidate is listening to you and you're working with them, you can help direct them. But if you're directing them in the wrong direction, that's a problem.
Right.
And some people may not realize they're being directed in the wrong way. So it's funny. But it's our lives that are at stake. That's what bothers me. It's our children that we're burying
It's the
every day.
children.
It's our folks that don't have jobs that are walking around Nubian Square and now Mass and Cass.
Yeah, our most vulnerable
Grove Hall.
population.
Yes.
Our most vulnerable populations, the elders, the children, and
Yes. I mean, it's just like what it was with COVID. We're always the last. We're always the last ones on the totem pole. We need to come up. And the only way we're going to come up is if we come up together.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that stands out too about leadership is that in order to be an effective leader, you have to have the heart for service. You have to know that you're not leading because you're in charge. You're leading because you're first. You're the first one to go through the struggles. You're the first one to be made an example of. You're the first one to go through the trial and error of certain things. That's why you know what works and what won't work. And just having a mindset for the people and wanting to take care of the people. Because I think that's the biggest thing with even organizations. Let's say you work somewhere and you have the manager, and the manager is not really taking care of the employees. So because the manager is not keeping the employees in mind, the employees are not keeping the manager in mind. They're like, listen, I'm just here for a check. I'm here for my benefits. I really don't even care. Whereas, when people first get a job, they can't wait to start work, and they can't wait to implement new things and help out and do more and give.
That's right.
People are inherently good, and people inherently want to give more and do more. It's just about the way that they're received or supported during those times. So I think an effective leader is someone who can kind of sense the climate change as well and be able to say, like, I see the shift in energy here. What is it that I'm able to do to support the people, not to say the people that are under me, but the people who are on the next tier, the people that are surrounding me, because one hand wash the other and they both wash the face. So for real. So it's like, you got to make sure everybody's good. If one person is not good, nobody's good.
That's right. I like that. You're welcome, Sister Patricia. Sister Patricia thanks.
Sister Patricia.
She thanks me and you for having the table at the Juneteenth. Yes, Juneteenth. Thank you, Nadella. Juneteenth. So there's something going on the 18th. In Columbia Point with
I'll be
Sister.
there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be there too. And then on the 19th at the Blackhead Museum, there's gonna be a parade. I'm trying to get my youth to be in this parade, and we're gonna have vendor tables and
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be a nice. And it's always done on June 19th because that's the day. And at the Blackhead Museum, and they usually give out awards, and Pastor's giving me the 2-minute start touch. Someone texted me and said you are dope, you're great, and said you were good too, Jackson.
Thank you.
And so I'm gonna give you last minute. I'll give you a minute and you a minute to.
Did they say anything about me?
Oh, they didn't. Well, they didn't know you were engineering.
Somebody said, Pastor, I hope you have a good day.
So give your info. I mean, you know, like your Instagram.
Yeah, so my name is Conscious Wisdom. I am on Instagram as ever_evolving. The E in ever, the